Alright, we are covering Bughouse World Championship. We have 12-teen and littleplotkin representing Team Canada versus EEKarf and Horkko. We're in the knockout stage. 12-teen is sacked, getting that king out. The Greek gift sort of situation. Picks up the queen. This knight is in hawk. He wants a rook maybe to win the queen. Littleplotkin a little bit vulnerable, but they're up time. I think 12-teen sits until littleplotkin's safe. 12-teen is asking for a knight. What does a knight do? Oh, he takes g4, then knight check. If we take, then queen in, lead to mate. Series is first to 20 wins. So welcome in, chicken. That is check with the rook. Oh, I think he could have pawn checked. Pawn check would have forced the knight before. He's trying to force a rook instead. This seems like a weird move, but I'm sure Plotkin is trying to like remove everything. Oh, knight takes knight. That's what he wanted. This is a weird move. I think he wanted to sack the queen, right? I guess he needs to wait till Plotkin isn't mated in one from a queen. Knight takes rook, I assume. Okay, so they are no longer doing that plan. Now 12-teen has to switch to defense because Plotkin never defended. Plotkin needs a blocker. So EEKarf and Horkko take first blood, win the first game. That should have been easy win for 12-teen littleplotkin. But we see both teams very strong. So the winner of this match, so first of all, we're in the knockout stage. We're in the open section. So in the knockout stage, round one, it's always the first place team versus the second place team from the group stage. And turns out 12-teen littleplotkin were a second place team from the group stage because they didn't schedule their matches. They got some forfeits. So normally most people would consider them to be the favorites. Turns out Horkko and EEKarf are coordinating really good together. They're probably in better practice. Littleplotkin on the attack. His board. Queens have traded. 12-teen trying to keep his king safe. EEKarf is known as a very relentless attacker. 12-teen also likes to attack, but I think 12-teen going to be doing more defending than attacking this match. A draw. Oh my god. I scored now 2.5 to a half. EEKarf and Horkko are doing incredibly good, considering how strong this competition is. And we see 12-teen tries to pre-move like all of his moves. Could get him in some trouble though, if he predicts a move wrong. So queen would be bad on the littleplotkin board. Now a rook would be bad. Littleplotkin trying to get safe. EEKarf keeps up the pressure on these queens. What? Wow. Wow. Nice mate by Horkko. Plotkin plays a little bit risky sometimes. He's a greedy guy, which I appreciate because I'm greedy too. That was a little bit too greedy. 12-teen was a little bit frustrated. He said they were up 20 seconds, so he thought he could have won the chess game there. Reasonable chance of that. Now a pawn is very good. Or a rook. Pawn check, promote, I assume. Rook takes, knight mates. Rook also good. Or pawn is mate too. So pawn or knight is mate immediately. Rook keeps the attack. Horkko is down time though. He's going to need to find something else to do. Probably he's going to have to either take the rook or take back this way. Get him this king some luft. I mean, I think he wants to trade this rook. Other option is to come back and guard the back rank. But I think these rooks are going to trade. Oh, yeah, you're right. That is a mate. Rook takes rook and then your rook in. Littleplotkin playing an endgame. In an endgame, you want to activate your king. Horkko eating all the pawns, and he's going to promote a pawn. 12-teen continuing to attack. Time is super close. Littleplotkin stops the promotion. Now Littleplotkin's the one trying to promote. The one eating pawns. Knight check. New knight in. Nice mate. Littleplotkin makes the board. Our score 3.5 to 1.5. Favoring Horkko EEKarf. Littleplotkin attacking on the dark squares. Looking for a little Greek gift action. Retreats the bishop. Create an opening here. So I wonder if he'll play like knight back, knight up. Something like that. Now you gotta watch out for rook at h1. Then some attacks going on. Did he get away with taking this queen or rook in and then attacking? He's going for the rook attack. Do things with tempo. Knight check and then something on f3. Which queen can take, but we do things with tempo. Does this work? I think it does work. Pawn check, bishop check. Why is that not mate? I think Horkko just has mate in too. Oh, I'm sorry. He can go this way. I'm stupid. Well, EEKarf has a win and attack. Queen can come in. This is an enormous amount of time, though. 15 seconds, almost 20 seconds. Littleplotkin going to play some chess. Horkko is currently up a queen, though. Not anymore. Pawn gonna promote. Plotkin gets the mate. 20 seconds was enough. Our score now 3.5 to 2.5. Favoring Horkko EEKarf. First to 20. Gonna be a long match. If anyone wants to join me in commentary, let me know. I'm just gonna jump into like a voice chat, the house Discord server, and we'll see if anyone wants to hop in. Knight check and then diagonal on f6 could be good. Oh, rook mates for 12-team with rook at h8 and knight in. Okay, didn't do that though. Maybe knight takes pawn. Oh, he got the rook though. Rook at e8. Okay, this mates. This is even stronger. Take, then pawn in, then queen in. All right, we are all tied up. 3.5 for both teams. Hey, chicken. How you doing?
Maybe commentate 1 or 2 games here.
Nice.
I'll watch your commentary. I'll learn from it. Yes.
I will learn from your commentary.
No, I learned from yours.
EEKarf is attacking. Both team up a little bit of time trying to defend. Bishop check. So EEKarf wins some material there. Maybe bishop takes h7 could possibly be good. Bishop takes h7, then knight g5.
Yes, I like that. Though he could go king g8. Oh, he has a pawn. Never mind.
He's down some time. I think the king is going to walk up, actually.
Yes, king g6 probably. King h6.
But then the queen will guard the knight. I would play the knight check, because then you can take f7. At worst, you take a queen.
Yes, knight g5 is strong. King g6, I think. Otherwise, knight takes f7, right?
Ooh, I don't like this queen move. I don't think it was as good as the other alternative. Now maybe 12-team lifts.
Which side did you say you're on?
Which side am I on? I don't know what you mean by that.
Didn't EEKarf ask you which side you're on?
Well, I think EEKarf was joking. So the reason was I called littleplotkin and I said, like, what are you doing? You have a match now. Like, I called him on the phone. And I think EEKarf was joking that I must be on his side because if Plotkin didn't show up, then they forfeit. Yeah, that's mate. Nice mate from EEKarf. 4.5 to 3.5. EEKarf and Horkko are up again. littleplotkin has opened up that rook file for Horkko, which may be deadly. He has some pawns on the 7th ideas. Teen guarding his dudes. Horkko has a nice attack though. Even after these trade, knight at f6 could be very good. Or rook at d8. Oh, bad pre-move by Plotkin. Thought he would take the knight. Sorry, bad pre-move by Plotkin. Alright, so that was a win for EEKarf and Horkko. Our score 5.5 to 3.5. Knockout stages first to 20. That's correct, Topologic 0. And I'm going to put the bracket in the chat again for those who missed it. $12 is used
Was
like
it too late to do
3
that
seconds
prediction?
longer. I don't know
Prediction
the answer
challenge?
to that. Maybe. Oh, rook at h8 is a threat. Looks like 12 needs a knight to defend. 12 up 15 seconds, so he can wait for a knight.
Yes, they're up a lot of time here.
But Plotkin has to hold a rook. The second rook could mean even the knight won't be enough. Plotkin trying to get mate actually with knight takes f7. Oh, there's that knight. 12 could put it in, and he does. Plotkin's trying to utilize lack of a blocker. Now rook mates again. Okay. 12 gives up a queen, but gets a little bit safer. Plotkin put in a lot of pressure on. Knight could be good, potentially, on c1. That's dangerous. Yeah, that was too dangerous. Now pawn mates 12. They're up a lot of time, though. Plotkin has to try to win the chess game. A free piece. Plotkin can win a rook. And take the knight, I guess. Oh, even better. Promoting a pawn. Plotkin's going to win this. And just promote a pawn.
12 asked you a question also in the
Oh.
Discord.
What did 12 ask?
Looks like.
How is match? Entertaining. Oh, that's a mate threat. Horkko doesn't fall for mate in 1 though. 12's dark squares a bit weak. 12 says no pawn. They are up 10 seconds. Knight at f2, a great resource to protect the rook. Probably we're gonna sack the bishop, I assume. Oh, put in more pressure, threatening queen at c1, which I assume is gonna come. Could just take the... Oh, that's a great move. I was gonna say take the knight, but this is even better. A lot of pressure on 12. Horkko adds a defender. Needs to watch out for... Okay. This bishop trying to get active. The knight's getting active. Rook up, I assume. Guess not. I guess Plotkin's trying to get rid of these pawns. Got rid of one of the pawns, so now he's attacking the queen. This is an interesting endgame here. Plotkin with 2 pieces, Horkko with a queen. More pawns for Plotkin. Probably wants to march this pawn at some point. Oh, there's a queen. Nice mate for little Plotkin. They traded the queens at the right time for him. We are now all tied up again. 5.5 all. Plotkin with the tactic to win the queen. A rook would mate for Plotkin, or a bishop would have been good, but he didn't wait for it. Gonna continue to move and then wait for pieces. Not sure why he didn't knight check there. Knight at h6 looked good for Plotkin. He's just retreating. Bishop check. Queen's on offer. Traded the queens. I think he can slide. Don't think he has to take that. The rook guards the back rank. Plotkin trying to play chess on his board. We're only up 3 seconds though. Plotkin trying to win this rook. Queen takes rook, removable. Yeah, and Plotkin just needed any piece, so that knight came at the perfect time. For the first time in the match, 12 team and little Plotkin are up. 12 team playing the blitz bullet construction for a safe castled king with h3 thrown in. 12 team trying to attack on the dark squares. It does open up the rook file though. A little bit scary. Are we taking the queen? Oh, nice. Okay. The tide is starting to shift. So 7.5 to 5.5 favoring 12 team little Plotkin. So 12 team gives up his queen. Light square is super weak. That's a free rook. I wonder if he can push this. Okay, never mind. Oh wow, this discovered check. Something says no queen. What's the idea? Queen at h4? Maybe? Or no, maybe it's queen here. I guess the idea is the rook at h7 probably mates. Oh, maybe not. Maybe he lives. I would probably take this bishop. Squares are a little bit covered, but We're going to continue to attack. All of a sudden, Horkko and Plotkin are attacking each other. EEKarf does a little shuffle here to get his queen involved. And trade the rooks. Oh, that wins the queen. Oh, but Plotkin's made it. The 12 team needs to win the game. And every move has to be a pre-move, basically. .7 left. That was a win for EEKarf Horkko. Our score now 7.5 to 6.5. Is first to 20. Hey, Spinal Tap. Welcome in. EEKarf has created a weakness, dark square weakness in 12 team's position, but had to sack to do that. We are getting a chess match coming in. Let's go over to this guy's profile. We're going to go ahead and block him. And we'll decline the match request. Go fuck yourself. Alright, all tied up again. 7.5, 7.5. Hey, Stephen Willie. How do people have time for first to 20? You see how fast these guys are playing. Like, first of all, it's a 2-minute time control. And second, like, they're pre-moving practically every move. What? That just hangs stuff. Both hanging. Team makes his position a little bit safer. Queen trade on offer. Knight check, I assume. Oh, threatening a promotion. Trying to cut the rook off. Clever. He does not take the bait. These squares are covered. That okay, so now like knights are good. So okay. Rook takes, knight covers this knight checking square. Knight check, I assume. Oh, I don't know why he didn't play knight to h6. That seemed winning. But this probably is winning too. Is this just made him one? Or, oh no, it's not. This is covered. I'm sorry. I'm stupid. Okay, that was a win. Who won that? 12 team littleplotkin, I guess. Yeah, we're at 8.5 to 7.5. I got laser focused on the left board, but stuff happened on the right board. Yeah, open is definitely more bullet. These guys move super fast. 12 team attacking the dark squares. Oh wow. That wasn't a traded queen. I think Plotkin just won at chess over there. 9.5 to 7.5, favoring 12 team littleplotkin. I probably would have retreated this guy to guard this, but they had a different plan in mind. Wow, that's a creative move. I guess he couldn't sack the knight thing because this was too covered. So if knight check, king over take, then he can't take back. This mate would happen. EEKarf trying to gain 1 tempo there. Plotkin trying to protect himself from the queen mate. Team saying, I can't move for you, rook mates you. Just thinking rook at f1. Team shores up his defenses. Plotkin still a little bit vulnerable. And it's interesting, Plotkin and 12-teen are, well, 12-teen at least is typing in the chat. They maybe are not on a call. It's kind of odd. Some of the players prefer type-in to being on a call. And I've never really understood that. A call makes it so much easier for me. Plotkin is up an enormous amount of time. So as long as 12-teen lives, they just win. He does live. That was up like 30 seconds. And at this level, even if you're up like 3 seconds, that's a lot of time to roll out moves. Being up 30 seconds is kind of insurmountable. Queens are traded on the Plotkin board. Horkko's won some material. Oh, that was a fork to take the scary pawn away. Worked out for Plotkin. Queen at h8 looks pretty good. Oh, this looks pretty good too. There's knight takes. There's also pawn check. Probably pawn check a little better. But yeah, it was mate by assumption there. Queens traded on the 12-team board. EEKarf on the attack. The 12-team should survive here. Littleplotkin attack it now. This queen check can win the knight. Get that king safer. And safety first. So this is the threat. Oh, Horkko's attacking. This has to be a winning attack. Maybe not. Wow, he lets him promote. Sacks the queen because of this pin. It's going to be like knight check or rook in first. Rook in, then knight check. That's mate, right? Queen in. That's mate. Mate in 1. What is he waiting for? Checkmate. Come on, Plotkin. Checkmate. 12-teen is saying stop, 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 stop. Mate in 1 move. He didn't play it. He didn't play mate in 1. Holy smokes. Hey, Infinity Life. Welcome in. Does Plotkin legit not see it, or is he trolling? I think he legit didn't see it. So it's interesting. Sometimes I'm I mean they won the game anyway, but sometimes like I'm in a call where a bunch of people are playing, and sometimes someone will suggest a move, and Plotkin will be like, well, if someone suggested it, I can't play that move because then it'd be cheating. So then he'll make another move, even when the move is like winning. So I don't know. But yeah, I think Plotkin just didn't see it. Elfteen says no knight. Worried about knight at e4. This protects the e4 square. Going after the queen. Nice. Guarded the other knight square, so even if we sack for the knight. Okay, now there is a knight square again. Bishop here, maybe? Okay. Oh yeah, that's, you could take that. Queen in, I assume. And then like a knight would mate, or a bishop and a few pawns. Oh, maybe he's thinking just pawn check, queen in. Trying to use his existing pieces. Nice mate by 12-team. Our score is 12.5 to 8.5, favoring 12-team littleplotkin. And this knockout phase is single elimination, by the way. So every match is a matter of life and death. 12-team gets a little bit aggressive. This knight was a good defender. Littleplotkin attacking. Knights are good for him. But he's just going to keep going in on the dark squares. Diagonals are good. Knight doesn't work because this is covered. So even if queen takes, then there's knight check. Plotkin using the only pieces he has, which are knights. Oh, that's nice. Wins the queen with tempo. Threatening mate. Pawn takes rook. Wow. And he doesn't take it. He just slides over because all these squares are covered. I think you knight check. Plotkin's just going to keep check. Pawn in. Oh, that works. Yep, queen in. Nice mate. 13.5 to 8.5, favoring 12-team littleplotkin. This is a little bit dubious for Horkko. His king was a little bit unsafe. Littleplotkin takes the pieces instead. Oh, 12-team on the attack. This has to be maiden. Yeah, this is maiden for sure. It's going to be a free bishop. I would have taken the free bishop first, but okay. I guess this is better for with tempo. Team just rolled through him. Score 14.5 to 8.5, favoring 12-team littleplotkin. Queen trade on offer. EEKarf takes the queen trade. EEKarf attacking. But now EEKarf needs more food to make this work. He doesn't have more food. Littleplotkin in a bit of trouble with the queen trade. King is going to go for a little adventure. 12-team better watch out for this f7 square. Ooh, this does not look healthy for littleplotkin. I think littleplotkin is mated. Littleplotkin's team is up time. So littleplotkin may consider just stalling and letting his partner try to win the chess game. What he doesn't want to do is like lose pieces here. If he loses pieces, then 12 team can't win the chess game. Ends. Now if this rook comes off the back rank, nasty things are going to happen. You could just eat a few pawns. They are up 20 seconds. So can 12 team win this endgame is the question. This pass pawn is what they're worried about. Uh-oh. Here comes the promotion. 12 team not going to win this one. My prediction. Trying really hard to promote that. Needs a blocker there. Team says, my bad. I mean, it was in a pretty even endgame. 12 can't pull up magic every single game. Occasionally he needs to lose. Yeah, Stephen Bullet, exactly. Bughouse turned into normal bullet. So what he's trying to do is take the knight, then knight check, win a bishop. He could consider queen in to defend this more, or knight in to protect this square. Or rook in. I probably would play knight in. Interesting. Queen sack's gonna have to happen. Ooh, uh-oh. Now a pawn mates. A rook mates. Knight does not currently mate. Although he does have rook takes, and then it would mate. A clever move. Trying to make use of his own pawn. And it works. Nice mate by Horkko. Our score 14.5 to 10.5, favoring 12 team littleplotkin. Horkko is attacking on the light squares. 12 team has sacked a bishop. Interesting. He has to win a piece back with this. Well, maybe not, because this is actually defended because of the pin. Don't know what the point of pawn here was. Maybe he was hoping for a pre-move so he could snag it for queen. This is like a better square for the queen, I would think. Or maybe he was worried about this pin, which could lead to some knight shenanigans later. So 12-teen is not taking this bishop because he's concerned about his king more. Littleplotkin wins some free material. His king is not super happy though. Littleplotkin maybe going to try to win the chess game. There are 20 seconds. Plotkin wins a queen. Plotkin could also get his king safer. It's a mate threat. Hard to defend with nothing to drop. 12-teen should stop moving. I don't know why he's moving. If he gives a blocker, then possibility it won't mate. Alright, 15.5 to 10.5, and it is first to 20. We're getting close to the end of the match here. That's a mate threat. Maybe pawn in could be a thing. Okay, that's a mate threat. Yep. Coming in on the dark squares. Knight's going to come over here. Interesting. So he's going for this. Bishop takes, new knight in. I'm assuming he knew that knights move backwards. Now knight wins queen. Alright, this bishop now guards some key squares. So pawn in mate. Or knight in mate. A lot of trades have happened. Littleplotkin's the one attacking right now. Teen is defending. Trying to go after these dark squares. Plotkin's king a little bit vulnerable now. Was he trying to trade a queen? Oh, maybe he's trying to mate. So queen trade can happen, and I guess that's gonna probably mate for 12-teen. Don't entirely see it. Oh yeah, that's a good start. Knight up. What? That can take on check. We get the rook. Oh, we get just rook here as mate anyway. So 12-teen has mate. They are up a ton of time. Plotkin can stall. We're up 20 seconds. That's 17.5 to 10.5. Horkko's king a bit vulnerable. He's attacking. Plotkin probably wants a pawn to continue the initiative. On to f2. There's the pawn. I think we take this. And like a new knight in or something like that. Alright, so queen plus pawn mates with knight check, pawn takes, queen in. I don't think the queen is coming though. What are some other possibilities? Okay, he's gonna do the pawn there. The idea is he's gonna put a pawn at f2 later and have this in his back pocket. But here comes Horkko with the attack. This should be mate. Queen in, I think. Actually, knight here could be good too. This just mates, right? Knight check. '12 says sit if dead. A little bit too late. But yeah, that was a bit of a weird mate. Check. And the queen. He's guarding these knight squares. Making an attack. But a rook or queen is still bad, especially a queen. This queen is being attacked. 12 is going to stall up about 7 seconds. Maybe 8 seconds. '12 says either fix it or win. Win is preferable. And he's saying he can force a heavy. I guess he's thinking heavy one of these two places. If that wins for Plotkin. With like rook at e8. There's the rook. Rook coming. They're up 2 seconds. This is mate. All right, we're at 18.5 to 11.5. Favoring 12 little Plotkin. 12 has sacked. I would take the rook if I were 12. No, he's taking the queen. Guess the queen puts in a lot of pressure for his partner here. Oh, okay. Again, I would take the rook. But they are not doing what I would do. This looks like it's got to be mate. Mate by assumption. Nice mate by little Plotkin. 19.5 to 11.5 favoring 12 little Plotkin. This could be match point. E4, that's a weird move. I guess he was just trying to keep moving. Maybe also trying to guard the knight later. Interesting move because of this pin. Knight can take backwards. Could sack the queen for the knight. Okay. Like what Horkko's doing here. Now a rook would mate. He's just going to put a pawn there for now. I think Horkko's king is fairly safe. Hard for little Plotkin to live through this. I think this is just like a piece factory. He could go for draw at best. Does 12 have a way to win is the question. Again, 12 has shown us a lot of magic, but even he has limits. So I would not play queen takes queen here. I would play queen up. Maybe rook takes queen. Maybe even queen takes pawn. Looks good, because then you could cycle the knight in to this f2 square, potentially. Oh, that's another queen? Well, that's just going to mate. What happened? Oh, did 12 mate on his board? Yes, they resigned it because knight check, king over, and we take. There are no other pieces, so he has to retreat the bishop, and queen takes. So let's mate. GG's. Congrats to 12 team little plotkin. I'm gonna put the final score in the chat here. So final score 19 and a half to, what was it? 11 and a half? No, I'm sorry, 20 and a half to 11 and a half. Favor in 12 team. Little plotkin. Okay, I think that's gonna be it for today. So we're gonna end the stream. I hope my stream is going. Yeah, okay. So we're gonna end the stream here. Let's look for someone to raid. Anyone has any suggestions, please let me know. I'm gonna check the chess category. See who's streaming. No one is streaming chess variants apart from me. Let's raid Azizana, I guess. I'm gonna try to cover more BWC matches in the future. I'm on spring break now, so I mean I have like one obligation tomorrow, Thursday, but other than that, like the next week and a half, basically, I'm free. So if I'm informed about a BWC match, I will cover it. And I have access to the chats in the open section, so it's basically if they schedule it, you know, with more than like 3 or 4 hours notice, I should be able to know about it. Anyway, thanks everyone for hanging out. I think congratulations again to 12 team little plotkin. And hard fought match by Horkko and EEKarf. Horkko EEKarf came out to an early lead. So I think 12 team little plotkin were for sure the favorites, but Horkko and EEKarf were not pushovers. They put up a great fight, and I got some great wins in there. So 12 team little plotkin, what they have to look forward to is to play the winner of the match of Genna and Larso plus Clock Switcher and Avatar the Last Sack Sitter. And probably Genna and Larso are the favorites there. They're the returning champions of this tournament. So yeah, looking forward to seeing those matches. Have a great night, everyone. Bye, guys.